Initially, I found it easier to clear the vent area of any feathers. This helped me feel the vent properly. On most cockbirds, I can often feel the full sperm glands on the side of the vent. It also gave me a good line of sight to the vent, which helped with being able to see the semen sample and access it without any being absorbed by the feathers. As you'll see shortly, the way I milk now actually moves the vent feathers out of the way, so plucking or trimming isn't necessarily required. The actual milking process is an acquired art which I found is best demonstrated and then practiced. I begin with the bird in the traditional hold position and then move him into the AI hold, which I've demonstrated previously. The bird is turned up so that I have a clear line of sight to the vent. I then rub the vent to prepare the bird for the milking process. I place my thumb and finger over the vent and then slide them down about a centimetre past the vent to position them under the sperm glands, which can be felt on either side of the cockbird's vent. Then gently squeeze them together in a slight upward motion, which instantly extracts the semen. It's not a pinch, but a gentle squeeze. If I did the same thing on my skin, I would barely feel it. I'll demonstrate this on my arm. Assuming the black mark and lines represent the bird's vent and sperm glands, I position my thumb and finger over the vent. I slide them down about 1 centimetre or just past the sperm glands. I then apply a gentle squeeze in a slight upward motion to extract the semen. If I did this on a sleeping baby, I would barely wake it up. Normally, I only need to gently squeeze once. If it doesn't work the first time, I try again out of habit, but certainly never any harder, as this is when injury can occur. Sperm glands can easily be ruptured. Doing so can render the bird sterile or worse. If the bird has sperm, it should come out in one gentle squeeze. So I'll demonstrate this once again on another bird. Starting with the traditional hold, I move him into the AI hold and make sure the bird is not overly stressing. I then turn the bird up to expose the vent so I have a good clear line of sight and rub the vent, once again just to prepare the bird mentally for the milking process. Thumb and finger are positioned over the vent, then slid down about a centimetre to get them past the sperm glands, and then gently squeeze in an upward motion to extract the semen. One gentle squeeze should do it. I can now collect the semen and release the bird. While the milking process is very simple, there are occasions where the bird may not produce any semen at all. So I'll try the bird again the next day, or perhaps at some other time of the day. But occasionally, it's not just semen that's extracted, but feces and urine as well. If this happens, the semen can't be collected, as feces and urine are deadly to sperm. While you watch the next couple of demonstrations, I'll take the opportunity to let you know about some of the results of my trials. I've found that not all cockbirds behave the same. While most cockbirds go through breeding cycles and can be barren for weeks on end, I've found that many can easily be milked if they're in condition, and even if they're not, I can usually get semen from them within a week or so of trying. The milking process must somehow stimulate the sperm production. It really is amazing how often this works. But then I've had some cockbirds which I have never been able to collect semen from, and yet will fertilise every egg on their own. Others can be collected easily and appear to have normal semen samples, but yet they don't fill. Shortly we'll look at some of the reasons why. I've also had some birds which will only occasionally provide small quantities of semen, and one bird which I've been able to milk at least weekly for over 2 years. Currently, in my stud of approximately 80 mature cockbirds, only 3 are technically sterile, that is 3 that have not filled eggs and that have not produced live sperm, so I use them as fosters. Some key points to remember. Start with the bird in the traditional hold position, making sure he's nice and relaxed. Move him into the AI or milking hold position. Then turn the bird for a good view of the vent. Rub the vent just to relax him and prepare him for the milking process. Position the thumb and finger over the vent and slide them down about 1 centimetre. Gently squeeze in a slight upward motion to extract the semen. If done correctly, only one squeeze is required to successfully milk the bird.